What I think good acting is something that's totally unpredictable and ultimately inevitable. Something that surprises me, surprises the actor. That, you know, it's like, I like to see something that doesn't look rehearsed, as if it's happening for the first time. That's a hard thing to do because obviously we know the words are coming up, we know the doorbell's going to ring, we know the phone's going to ring, and how to continually surprise yourself and live in the moment. I don't learn lines unless, you know, there's a crunch of some kind. I sort of, when it's, my process is going well, those words sort of come out of what I'm doing. They kind of stick when I'm,
what you're thinking.
When they kind of coincide with what I feel the character is doing at that moment in the piece, and the words will sort of, like Velcro, kind of stick to me, and the ones that don't means usually that I'm having a problem with connecting to it emotionally. And I will circle those sections or make a mark next to them and go back to them. It's almost, I would liken that to a pianist, you know, who knows a concerto well and then has trouble. Oh, here comes that section I have a problem with. Well, if I was that pianist, I would work on that section a lot by itself, out of context, you know, and just get it so that it becomes organic and becomes something I don't have to think about. When I did Ed Wood, when I played Lugosi, I mean, I didn't know where to begin. I mean, I literally, it was like looking at a mountain and saying, I don't know how to do this. Where do I start? And I like that. I mean, it was a totally blank canvas in front of me. And we did some makeup tests, and what I learned from the makeup tests was that the makeup allowed it, but didn't do it. And when I watched the test, Tim asked me, Tim Burton said, you want to see the test with me? And I said, no, you let me be embarrassed by myself, please. And he called me, he said, it works about 35% of the time. I said, really? Well, I went to see it, and 10% maybe. But it was like elusive. It was like, oh, there it is, gone. There it is, gone. And it was, and I didn't know why it was gone. And I also, when it was there, it was Lugosi, and when it wasn't me, nor it was some stranger. It wasn't anybody I ever saw before. We shot it in color, and then ultimately we, you know, kind of a magical thing happened. I was sitting, we had taken some Polaroid color shots of me in the makeup chair at various stages, and I was sitting at home and looking at these Polaroids, and I ran them through my fax machine, and they came out black and white, and I was sitting there looking at Bela Lugosi makeup in black and white when Tim called right at that moment and said, Martin, I know we're supposed to start in such and such a date, but are you okay with our postponing it for a month? And I said, yeah, well, what happened? He said, Mark Canton at Columbia, who does not want to do the picture in black and white, and I do. And he said, I've gone to Disney and they're willing to do it, but it'll be a month. Well, I had just come to that.
Right,
at the same moment. And I said, of course, yes, I'll wait for as long as it takes.